Okay, so there is a big list of oils there. The ones that got the kit for purchase is Spikenard is the one that's in your kit, but there's all kinds of choices here. Now we're combining the three brains with the transmutation process, right? So as we do one of the three brains, then we go to transmutation. So when we get to the root brain, which is the sex chakra, this is tied to instinctual responses. Then when we go to the Ming Men, guess what the Ming Men does? It transmutes things physically. And one of the things that is physical is your instinctual responses. So it has a purifying effect and it raises the vibration. And anytime you raise the vibration, it improves function and helps to regulate that function or that center, right? So just by doing the sex and then the Ming Men, you're already starting to create like this healing response. Now, when those two are out of whack, when they're not regulated, this would be what you would call being triggered. Like when you feel triggered, it's the sex chakra gets overactivated, not because of sex, just because of those instincts. And then the Ming Men overactivates, which causes an adrenal response. So the combination of those two right there, like any time that you're triggered, that is the issue. Like mechanically, that is the issue. Right. So we're going to do a slow roll through it, and then we're going to do it in real time. So you have your oil, and begin inhaling with your awareness on the sex chakra, where the sex organs are. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths on the sex chakra. And then just be still for a second. Check in with how you feel, your body, your emotions, your mind. What do you notice? Like you, this is more for you and just how you see how this impacts you. What do you notice about yourself? What happens with your body, your emotions, your mind, just by doing that little bit on the sex chakra? What happened? Let's do the sex chakra again. Long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on the sex chakra. You're still taking long, slow, deep breaths on the sex chakra, which is the root brain. And then be still. What do you notice? What about the tension in your body? Was there agitation and now there's not? Did you notice an effect on the emotions or on the mind? Did it make you more relaxed? You think of an active situation or a past experience that was normally a little agitating. When you think of it, what do you notice? Okay, so now we're going to add the low back area, which is the Ming Men. So this has a cleansing effect on the root brain and all the effects that the root brain can potentially have and all the things that contribute to instinctual responses. So your awareness is on the low back, which is the back side of the navel. And you're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then just be still. Let it incubate a little bit. What do you notice? How do you feel? Let's do that one again. Low back, which is the backside of your navel. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Okay, just pause for a moment. Again, notice how you feel. Now, let's take this a little bit deeper and like watch what it does when we look at a situation that was a little bit agitating. So, either an active situation now or something from the past that when you think of it, it's like, ugh, it gets a little bit of a response. Could be upset, could be fear, could be irritation, could be annoyed, could be overwhelmed, whatever it is. You know, and going back to, I can't remember, I think it was Laura who said she had like a project coming up. It could be that, like, okay, tomorrow she has a project. You could go through and do this so that, like whenever we have a project, there's always a little bit of, be it excitement or negative responses that maybe take away from actually doing the task, right? The excitement is usually uh, we're happy, but we might not in the excitement not have a complete accurate perception of what's happening, and so we're excited more about the potential than what's really happening. This kind of helps you to be grounded in what's happening, if that makes sense. So you're thinking about the situation, whatever it is, and let's just see what a few cycles does. Okay, so let it go. You've checked in with it, you know how it feels. Begin inhaling the oil that you chose. Your awareness is on the sex chakra. Long, slow, deep breaths. Awareness is on the sex chakra. Forgot about your technique. Long, slow, deep breaths. And then your awareness is on the low back, the backside of the neck. And then pause. Now check in with that active situation or that past experience that causes you some agitation or whatever it might be. How does it feel now? Let's do another cycle of it. So let it go. You're inhaling. Your awareness is on the sex chakra. And then move your awareness to the low back area, the main men. And then just pause and be still. How did that active situation or past experience, how did that treat you? How did it treat you?
Good. Not so emotional.
Not so emotional. Now, how about for you?
Still chewing in battle anxiety about the situation.
Okay. So one person said not so emotional here. Another person said still a little bit like there, like still kind of grinding on it a little bit or chewing on it. At least emotional. Anybody else want to share?
You want them to unmute
Yeah,
themselves
yeah, you
again?
can go ahead and unmute if that.
Go ahead, Teresa, then Sarah.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, Greg. I'm nauseous actually. So
And you didn't start the day off nauseous?
no.
Yeah,
I,
it's something coming out of the solar plexus. Usually that means something's coming out kind of fast.
okay.
We're gonna bump into the solar plexus here real quick, so it will probably resolve itself there.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Morning all. Hi. I just wanted to say the burps are back. So obviously something's clearing.
Well, you can see like even the burps, that's a solar plexus issue too. So you can see
Right.
how doing the sex and the main men, like it starts moving things even up higher and the solar plexus begins to release. So
Yeah.
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 And I had the thing I'm thinking about causes me sort of heavy center chest. Wouldn't call it
Okay.
heartache exactly, but heavy center chest.
Right.
And that it hasn't gone, but it's got less. So
Oh, okay.
something's definitely shifting there.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Less agitated and worried about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Peggy.
Hey, Peggy.
Hi there. So, I just wanted to clean up what I was working on yesterday morning, and I got there and went, and started thinking about something else.
Okay,
So, yay.
good.
The situation feels softer and less agitation, but getting lots of increased tension in my hip socket, left side. Oh, and gosh, I just saw blue Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked one of the most mundane agitations to focus on.
Yeah.
Doesn't even directly involve another person.
Yeah. Good.
My breathing went from rib cage breathing to full belly breathing.
Oh, good.
Issue became a non-issue.
Yeah. Okay, so is there one?
For some reason, I always have an extremely difficult time putting sustained awareness on my sex chakra. Today or any other day, I do 3 brains with or without the oils. Any insights or thoughts? It feels like it's being taken over by a higher being or whatever you want to call it, or higher form of intelligence.
I need like detail, like details.
Another person said, hard to remember what it is.
the person having a hard time though, did they?
Yeah, let me see. They type in anything else. Go ahead and type in and I'll relay it over to Greg. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then kind of keep going for now, or, okay.
Is that all of them?
Oh, sorry, that was all of them.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to the solar plexus. So we kind of done our little experiment with the sex chakra and the Ming Men. Now the solar plexus is the second brain. This has to do with emotional responses and feelings, right? Like first we'll feel an emotion and then we process it, turns into a feeling. And so, yeah, let's just see how this treats you. So your awareness is on your solar plexus, which is your upper abdomen. It's below your ribs. And so you're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your solar plexus. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then pause. Check in with yourself. How did that make you feel? Pausing, you're just being still. Let's do that one again. your front solar plexus, below your ribs. Long, slow, deep breath. And then you're pausing. And again, check in with your body, your emotions, your mind. Your awareness is now between your shoulder blades on the back side, the back heart. And then you're just pausing, just being still. So this is tied to the lower emotions. It can also be tied to like our commitment to things. So if we're committing to something that's maybe not good for us or not going to produce a good result, that's tied to this area. When we're emotionally upset, it's this area. So if instinct didn't reduce some of the responses to the situation, that was tied to the instinctual responses where we don't really process things. Here we're processing feelings. So a lot of times it might be in this area. So the area that transmutes this, that transmutes all that is emotional, is the back heart. Right? It cleans things up. So we're going to utilize the back heart to whatever kind of came up and hasn't been fully processed. We're going to go through and process and release it or purify it, get more accurate perception of it, whatever it might be. So your awareness is between your shoulder blades. the back heart. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then pause. Notice how you feel. Again, your awareness is between the shoulder blades, the back heart. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breath. And then you're going to pause and be still. Hey, think of your active situation or your past experience. Check in with it, see where it's at right now. Okay, let it go. You're beginning to inhale. Your awareness is on the solar plexus, that area below your ribs on your upper abdomen. And then pause and be still. Check in with the active situation or the past experience. Where are you at with it now? Okay, let it go. Again, your awareness is on your solar plexus. And then your awareness is on the back heart. And then pause and be still. How do you feel? Your body, your emotions, your mind? Check in with that active situation or past experience. Where do you feel it now? How about you, Heidi?
It's shifting
It's shifting. Yeah. Not grinding on it as much.
again, but more possibilities are opening up. And
Okay.
it's easy.
So one person here, like the last time she said she was kind of chewing on it still, she was feeling anxious. Now she's not quite as anxious and she's still looking at the situation, but now there's all these possibilities that are opening up. And how about you?
I need more back heart.
You need more back heart, more transmutation.
Exactly.
At least you know it's, I need more back heart.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody else want to share? Can unmute yourself.
Go ahead, Peggy, and then Barbara.
I'm just chill. And
Good.
I got through with the one and then I went to whatever else might be, and I'm just coming up roses.
Good.
It just, so thank you. Yay team.
And go ahead, Barbara.
Hey,
Thank you. I'm pretty chill too. And I was looking at something and perceiving a lot of judgment. And the bottom line is I became really clear that I was projecting my own self-judgment, not the judgment of others.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's good insight.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi there. So I got visuals of what's going on in my chest, and it started spinning. First of all, I wasn't quite sure what it was, and then it was 3 like bars. They look like little magnets, like grey magnets, and then it's just gone down to 1 bar now. So I don't know what that relates to, but maybe that makes sense. I don't know.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when we're doing a process like this, intuition could also turn into like metaphors and things like that. And that sounds like it's in that metaphorical range, that it means something more to you than it would somebody else. But even if it's not like meaning, like you can use it like, because a lot of times something like that will show up from time to time. And you're like, oh, this is part of my inner language. It's like something that is just for you,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And go ahead, Denise.
Hey, Denise.
Hi, Greg. I'm actually more anxiety, but I did have an insight, and I had done like some forgiveness work. And I thought it really felt like I had that it was effective. It felt really good. But I guess for it to linger on, it makes me think I need to take like an action step, like not enough just to keep it in my mind and prayers, but to action, whether it's to write something out and burn it or send it or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if that's something that you feel driven to do, then I would go ahead and do that. Like writing it out is always a good thing to.
Yeah, and because I think it stayed in my head too much, and
Yeah.
not out body in a way.
Sure.
But I kind of feel like I can feel it, shifting up. There's kind of anxiety around my heart and stuff like
Okay.
that. It's and it's other things, and I think it's forgiveness for myself too. It's something like
Oh, could be. Yeah.
not just for others, but for myself. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to our steps. Okay.
In this process, I've been getting a flurry of ideas and thoughts for new projects and ideas to update my goals for this year.
Nice.
Go ahead, Christy.
Hey, Miss Christie.
Good morning.
Hey.
So I have a question. I
Yes.
noticed at the sex chakra and the back heart, it felt like there was this strong pulling and drawing from like the shoulders and the hips,
Mhm.
like it's pulling something out deep.
Mhm.
Would that be where I would need to go back in and do
Yeah, I
work
would
on
do the,
basic?
I would still do the whole three brains. Like we're doing it so you can kind of feel each one, but we would just like fly right through it. And so yeah, like most people, there is an issue in the sex chakra with instincts, and then the back heart is just like, it's probably releasing something from the emotional body. Yeah, and the instincts are probably tied to it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be where I need to go back and work like basic chakra for joints, arms, legs kind of thing.
No, I would just like go deeper, and we're gonna do some little things that would augment this process a little bit later. And I think by the
Okay.
time we do all that, like it should be moving.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I'm the person that, like, as soon as we started the sex chakra, my hips just started like seizing up and getting tight.
Yeah, I mean that could actually even be the psoas. Yeah.
Okay.
The psoas and instincts are very tied to each other. So like if the psoas is really tight, it heightens the instinctual responses. And as you calm down the instinctual responses, the byproduct sometimes is that it relaxes the psoas. And so
Okay.
it could be that there's like even just some psoas activity, which is
Okay.
your hip flexor.
Thank you.
Yeah, that it seized up like that. That's what makes me think something's up there. Because the psoas will tighten up when we feel unstable. Like, and it could be that somebody's upset at us, or something's uncertain, or you got this thing you gotta go do, or the bank lost your bank deposit, whatever it is. It's anything that makes you feel unstable. The low back, the psoas in particular, tightens up because its job is to stabilize the spine. So anytime anything feels chaotic, the psoas tightens up. Doesn't matter if it's physical, psychological, real or just perceived, the psoas tightens up.
Okay, I'll work on that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Back heart is delicately aching and very delicately throbbing. Question: how important or even required is it to keep your eyes closed during the protocol?
You can do it open or closed. Yeah.
We did have a share come in from the previous part when we did the
Sex and Mingmen.
The minute I concentrated on the sex chakra, my Ming Ming got very activated. The issue seemed far away. The crown, very active too. I'm not really trying to interpret this at all, just going with the flow and observing.
Okay. So now we're going to do the third part, which is the brain and then the crown. So again, Your awareness is on your brain, both sides of your brain. Long, slow, deep breaths. Long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the brain. And then just pause. Notice how you feel, your body, your emotions, your mind. And again, your awareness is on your brain. Nice, long, slow, deep breath. And then be still. Notice how you feel. Your body, your emotions, your mind. Now we're going to inhale. Your awareness is on the crown, the very top of your head. And then pause and be still. And again, your awareness is on the top of your head. And then be still. Okay, so we're going to do that active situation or that past experience again. So reflect on it, observe it. And then let it go. Your awareness is on your brain. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on your brain. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on the top of your head. And then pause and be still. Again, check in with your active situation or your past experience. Let it go. Let's again inhale. Your awareness is on the brain. Your awareness is on the top of your head. And then just be still. Now we kind of did a slow roll to see what each piece kind of does, right? So check in with your active situation or your past experience. And we're seeing how these work independently. But now we're going to work them all together. Okay. So again, just kind of center yourself. Begin inhaling. Your awareness is on the sex chakra. Taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the sex chakra. Move your awareness to the low back, the backside of the navel. The front solar plexus, the area below your ribs. The back heart, the area between the shoulder blades. Your awareness is on the brain. And then just be still. Just be still. Let's do that again. Your awareness is on the sex chakra. Taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then the Mingmen, the low back, the backside of your navel. And then the solar plexus below your ribs. You're on your solar plexus below your ribs. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then the back heart, the area between the shoulder blades. Awareness is on your brain. Long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the brain. The top of your head. Your awareness is on the top of your head. And then just be still. Just let it incubate for Yeah. Check in with your active situation or your past experience. Where does it sit now? Now, a lot of times in these situations, we would like them just to float away and stop existing. But sometimes there still might be some action items that we need to resolve. You know, something we need to do, something we need to step away from. Sometimes it might be that I just need to be quiet, that I don't interact with that person anymore. Excuse me. And so sometimes you'll get like action items like I need to do this, I need to do that. A lot of times we try to check out when it comes to these situations, but sometimes there still might be actions that need to be resolved a little bit.